Hello everybody, SlimKirby here. Welcome back to more of the Kirby Planet Robobot playthrough. Last time we checked out this game mode right here, Kirby 3D Rumble. Today we're going to check out the other bonus game mode that you can play from the get-go in this game. We have Team Kirby Clash, which, much like 3D Rumble, this is a game that's kind of just a small taste of a spin-off software that would later come out for the 3DS, and also another version that would come out for the Switch as well. I've actually had way more experience with this mode as opposed to this mode because I actually have Super Kirby Clash on the Switch, and it's actually one of my most played Switch games, if I'm being honest. I got a lot of mileage out of it and had a lot of fun with it too. So I was actually really excited to see that, oh hey, it actually started as a side mode in this game, so I'll be able to kind of showcase it off and kind of talk about it a little bit. So let's do it. Let's take a look at this mode, Team Kirby Clash. So you can actually do this wirelessly as well, but obviously we're just gonna do just the normal team quest mode here. So we're gonna jump on in. We have quest number 1. Looks like we have to battle a Kirby mini-boss, the Gigant Edge. Steel Soldier. Battle beside your team. Work together to defeat the Steel Soldier hiding in the forest. So, Team Kirby Clash is kind of a, really just kind of like the normal, like, boss fights that you have in the Kirby games. You can choose a different ability. There are 4 roles you can choose from. You can be a Sword Hero, a Hammer Lord, Dr. Healmore, or a Beam Mage. So, essentially, we have Sword, Hammer, Doctor, and Beam. Now, each of the weapons, obviously you have your pretty standard attacks, but I'd say that each have their kind of uses. Sword's kind of a good all-around, like you can, get in your enemies' faces, do damage, and, escape quickly. Hammer is all about power. You'll do a lot of damage, but you're also very slow. Dr. Healmore, got some ranged attacks. It has some other very powerful attacks too, but Dr. Healmore will be mostly focused on healing teammates. And then you have Beam Mage, which is just indirect magic attacks. A lot of its attacks you'll be using from a distance. So that's basically it, the 4 roles. You can choose which one suits you in terms of which one you're most efficient with. And, there might be some roles that work better against other bosses than other roles, so a lot of things to keep in mind. I'll try to showcase all the roles. I will say that my favorite roles to use, though, is I actually really love using the Beam Mage and also Sword Hero in this game. Hammer Lord I also do like as well, but again, you're kind of vulnerable quite a bit of the time since you have to get up close to do damage. And Dr. Healmore is interesting too, but I always forget to heal my teammates, so that's a big problem whenever I use it. So let's go ahead and start with, we'll start with Sword, I guess. So we're going to be Sword. We can also change what role we want our teammate to be. I'm actually going to make my teammate Hammer Lord, just so they can do some damage. And we'll actually get some other teammates later. But let's go ahead and get this going. But there's really not a whole lot to say about this. I mean, it's quite literally just fighting mini-bosses from the Kirby series. And, you have your own set of attacks and moves you can use. Like I said before, Sword is very good at, getting up close, doing damage, but also kind of getting out of the way if you need to as well. I like doing this, kind of sword uppercut move because it kind of allows me to get in close. And I think you actually get some invincibility frames too while you're doing this, so it's another reason why I kind of like doing this. After a while, after you do enough damage, yeah, he'll actually get stunned. He'll do like a little desperation charge-up move where he gets a little stronger, and then you can start doing damage. And during this phase, you can actually knock these star chips or power tablets out of the boss. And if your whole team gets a power tablet, you get a little mini-game of sorts. Kind of akin to like the end target mini-games. And you can time it and do some really nice extra damage. If you actually get 2 perfects like we did here, that'll do quite a bit of damage too. And then also the boss is actually stunned for a bit after the fact, so during this you can actually do some even more damage as well. So yeah, sword, you can have some sword spinning moves. It'll also let you know when the boss is about defeated, so... There we go. Now, I don't think we're going to get an amazing score for this, but I think all we have to do for this mode to complete it is just beat it. Like, I don't think we have to necessarily get any scores or top scores or anything like that. It's probably going to be a silver medal. Yeah, that's what I expected. But, whenever you complete it, you also get experience points. And these experience points will actually allow you to level up, and you can get more powerful with a level up. So, we actually leveled up to level 2, and that's going to give us... Let's see, what does it give us? Looks like we got some stamina. And we got some attack power, too, so we can do some more damage. For those wondering what stamina is basically just like your health, pretty much. But there is a hidden stamina feature where if you actually do have max health, you'll actually do more damage. And like the weaker you are, the less damage you'll do, so you want to keep your stamina up pretty high. At least I think that's how it works. That's the way it works in Super Kirby Clash. I assume it works that way in this game too. But after you beat Quest 1, you get Quest number 2. It looks like we have Ice Beast, Mr. Frosty. Tame the wild ice beast who stalks in the moonlit lake. Let's go ahead and do a different lord. Let's try the Hammer Lord this time. And as far as my other teammate, let's make him... We'll make him the Beam Mage. And I'll definitely showcase the other abilities. And I may even go back to the other fights to improve the scores there. Because, you know, we may have to level up, and leveling up will give us more strength to take on some of these other bosses and allow us to do more damage and whatnot. But yeah, here's Hammer. As you can see, Hammer does a lot of damage, but the one problem with Hammer is obviously its speed. You're kind of a sitting duck, and like you can even see that you move pretty slow when you're using Hammer, so you have to be careful of that. But as you can see, you can do a lot of damage. Now you're probably wondering about that meter that we just saw on him right there from Beam. I don't know if we'll actually get that activated or not, but I'll definitely talk about that more when I'm actually, you know, using Beam myself. Okay, well, let's get this power tablet then. This may actually be a gold instead of a silver. I think I'm actually doing a little better in this fight than I did against Gigant Edge, but that's just the way it is. Will that kill him? It did, okay. So Mr. Frosty is down. We got some good points, I think. Oh yeah, we actually got a gold medal this time. That's always good. Usually the faster you get a boss down, the more points you'll get, so that's what you have to kind of keep in mind, I guess. But we did level up again, so we'll go ahead and take a look at what stats. We got some more stamina. And our Team Meteor damage actually increased too, so that's kind of neat. You also get some other stats that increase, but they're like, you know, very miscellaneous stats. Kind of like the stats at the end of the like computer virus fights in Kirby Superstar. I kind of like that little callback, I guess you could say. Okay, quests 3 and 4. Hearing of your exploits, a friend has joined the team. So now we have 3 allies on our side now too, which is nice. So Wispy might actually take quite a bit of time, so I'm actually going to go back to quest number 1 really quick, and I'm going to showcase Beam Mage. And then we'll just make both of my other characters Hammer Lords, just so we can really do damage to it. Beam Mage, like I said, is one of my favorite ones. You'll basically be doing, for the most part, 2 or 3 moves with Beam. The first thing you'll want to be doing is obviously getting a distance away from your opponents, and then you want to use your charge up move. and you'll be filling up this circle meter. Basically what happens when you fill up that meter is you'll be activating a power-up called Time Stop. If I don't get interrupted by doing this. And during Time Stop, you can actually do a whole bunch of damage while the timer is stopped. And see, when I'm playing Beam, during this point, I like doing this move, because I feel like it's, even though you do a lot of damage via the fully charged Beam, I feel like the damage you do from those like various like diagonal attacks will do more damage, so you probably want to do that instead. But yeah, Beam's good for just, again, the time stop, and then like when it is stopped, you can actually just, you know, do a bunch of damage during that phase as well. So it's just a very helpful thing you can take advantage of. So that'll give us gold. It didn't give us platinum, but you know, I did stumble a little bit during that, so I think once we get the speed clear for that, like getting platinum should be nothing for that one. But we are going to level up. Might get some more attack power too, which would be nice. Got some stamina. Actually, we got some recovery. That's going to be, I think that's going to be more important with Doctor, which I guess we can showcase that next. Yeah, I guess we can do Doctor next. Doctor's kind of a weird one. Doctor, I think, gets infinitely more helpful in like Super Kirby Clash when there's actually more flying enemies that you can take advantage of. There's not a lot of flying bosses in this one. But yeah, Dr. Healmore, as you might expect, is kind of the healer of sorts. Actually, I'll go ahead and keep these guys hammers, actually. Why not? But a lot of Dr. Healmore's moves you can actually get from you know, the main game too. So if you actually love Doctor in the main game, you'll feel pretty much right at home with this. But the main thing that Doctor can do is heal. But one thing I like to do with this is use the potions, basically the down B move, just because, again, you can do a lot of really cool attacks with this. But one thing you definitely want to do is hold your B move, and you'll create like kind of a pool of healing that you can use to heal your allies. And that's basically the main use you'll probably get from Doctor. Okay, so the other two tablets are there. Come on, guys, get the tablets. Teammate, get the tablet. And then another good thing is after you do the Team Meteor, like, it just has some time where you can just do damage while he's motionless, which is always nice. There goes Wispy. Honestly, Doctor did pretty decent, but I think the bigger help was probably the two hammers that I had with me. Just doing as much damage as possible during that. So there we go. We got the gold medal here. That is quest number 3. Do we level up? We actually didn't level up there. That's okay. That is more than fun. Peribit. I really, really hate Peribit. Especially in Super Kirby Clash, honestly. Super Kirby Clash's Peribit fight is... it's terrible. I'm trying to think of who I want to use for this. I mean, it would be nice to freeze him, but the problem with Peribit is he just doesn't stay on screen that long. I'll make one of my teammates the Beam Mage. We'll see if we can maybe do some good with Hammer here. Yeah, the problem with Peribit is the fact that he just, like, never stays on screen. Yo, I actually got his tongue right there. Oh, I should have... Yeah. He just never wants to sit still. What sucks about this fight here is that you can't even do damage after this because he immediately runs to the back again. Give me that meteor! And there he goes. I think with Peribit is that, like, it doesn't have a lot of health, but because it spends so much time off the screen, it can be very hard to lock him down. Or off the front of the screen, I mean, in the background, I guess. That's probably going to be a silver still. Yep. That's what I expected. At least we're going to get a level up from this. We might finally get some more attack power, too. Level 5 reached. Some more stamina. Still no attack power. We are max on recovery, though. We did get some puffiness, whatever that means. But now we have quest number 5 is now unlocked. Prepare for the final battle. The final battle against Landia. And we actually get our 4th teammate, too, which is nice. So for Landia, I like to use sword. Just because the versatility and also the kind of up sword slash move is pretty good for this, I think. I can see hammer being useful too, because hammer flip can hit him at some point. And then Dr. Healmore is also good because of, again, the fact that he's in the air and you can use that potion move. But I'm actually getting damaged quite a bit by this. Dr. Healmore should honestly do some healing. And I'm dead. So whenever an opponent is down, you can actually revive an opponent by giving Kirby CPR, I guess. And then much like the Landia fight in Return to Dreamland, get that. They split up. Do some damage to them, and then we have to Another thing I like about the sword move, although it's not so much helpful here, as it is in some of the bosses in the other game, is you can do like a sword pogo move like this. I wouldn't say it's like the most powerful move though. So you have to keep that in mind. And there we go. Not the most efficient fight of that. But I think we're actually kind of under-leveled, honestly, so... just wasn't really doing as much damage as I was expecting there. Still got a silver medal, though, so that's something. So there we go. We beat Quest 5. Gonna get leveled up for that. Maybe do some more damage, finally. Stamina and attack increased. That's good. And then we get Quest EX is unlocked. Can you claim victory in the true final battle? That's right. We now have Landia EX. So basically this fight again, but tougher. So, if you want to use this time to go back to other levels and just try them out, especially now that you have like a whole bunch of other characters, it's honestly not a terrible idea. Let's use, yeah, we use 3 hammers and a beam. This guy is not going to last very long. See, we didn't even need the Team Meteor. There we go, we actually got a platinum there. Of course, that didn't really give me a level up because, again, it's kind of one of the lower experience thresholds. But yeah, you can kind of go back to these other levels if you want to improve scores there. Haven't used Beam in a while. Let's use Beam again. And we'll just have Hammer, Hammer. Yeah, I'll be the only Beam. Why not? See, that's perfect, because he went into his second phase before I got the time stop on. Oh, that's perfect. Nice. Got him as he was coming back on the screen. Honestly, I may not even need the power tablets, honestly. I'll get it just because it's here and it does stop time. But yeah, like I said, I do really enjoy playing Super Kirby Clash, which is the version of this game on the Switch. This version being kind of like, it's only like 6 levels. It's obviously way more levels than like the individual software. I can't say how much exactly, but like at least on the Switch version, like you have like the single player where you go through with AI, but there's also just the like online mode where there's like a bunch of quests when you play against or play with people online, which I think is really cool, is that you can just team up with another player or even 3 other players and just go through some of the quests on your own. You can pick your own roles. The level cap is a lot higher. There's actually like different equipments which have like different like effects for different abilities. Like some, like in the case of Beam, like there's some equipment that actually like charge faster. So you get your charge attacks in, and they do more damage as well. So the main game just has like a lot more going for it. There's just more to do and more to really, you know, utilize, which I think is really cool. But yeah, definitely check it out. Super Kirby Clash is kind of like a freemium game. One of those games where you, like, it's completely free, but you can actually like pay money to like get a lot of goodies and stuff a lot faster. But I'll be honest, of all the freemium games that exist in the world, I think Super Kirby Clash is like the best version of it. Where like I didn't have to spend a single cent and I got to experience quite a bit of the game. And I didn't even spend a single thing on it. And I honestly didn't have to, because again, it was just very generous with how much of the game you could play and how much you could do with or without, like, you know, all the goodies and stuff. So it just made it a very fun experience, and it's kind of good that, you know, it's a free Kirby game you can get on the Switch that's actually pretty in-depth with its content as well, which I think is really cool. Come on. Oh wait, I don't have it. I thought I had the tablet already, but I guess I didn't. So I don't know if I'm gonna get a. I'm definitely not gonna get a platinum, because I probably could have done that faster if I would have grabbed the tablet sooner. I feel like the first phase went very fast, but the second phase didn't really. Nope, that's only a gold. That didn't even say new record, so I think even my other record was actually better. We'll say I just did that for the level up then. So let's go ahead and go to the EX quest, or the quest EX. I know it may look like there's one more thing you can unlock, because it has that little pin over there, but I believe this is actually the final thing you can do for this, so there isn't any additional unlockables. And I'll be Dr. Healmore for this, since I haven't been Dr. Healmore in a bit. I'll make you sore. I'll just make it a full team of everybody. Like I said, Doctor I think is actually pretty solid for fights like this that have airborne enemies, so. You gotta defeat Spyro the Dragon. No. Or Spyro's the Dragon. Because there's 4 different Spyros going on here. Man, I already died. I think Doctor also has like better like healing. That is if you don't keep dying like I do. Wow, I think we're actually gonna lose. Yep. My team got wiped out. Yeah. They do kind of intend for you to do that once you've maxed out your character. Which I guess I could just go to my other file really quick. Although, actually, I do need to get the star for it, though. Okay, I'm just going to do these levels again. Just to, like, you know, increase my level and also the rankings. And then we'll come back and do this once I've done these again. So, hold on a second, guys. Okay, I actually made it up to level 9. And I've also gotten plats on all of them except the Peribit one. The Peribit one, I'm just like a fraction too slow, I think. But either way, let's give this another shot. And I think I'm actually going to use Sword instead of Heal more. I will have a heal more with me though. And I guess I'll still have one of each. Even though Healmore can do some great damage with its charge-up attacks, I think Sword is just more efficient and fast at getting around and doing damage while getting around. So Sword is just probably the better one here, honestly. Okay, we actually got it to this phase now. Okay. This will be some good damage too. $12,000 damage. And there we go. Spyro EX is down. Yeah, I think Sword just did a lot better. And that felt pretty fast. I think it's still going to be a gold, though. Yep, 5,000 points. Not quite enough to level up, but that's okay. We completed all quests, which I believe that'll give us our medal on the completion screen. Didn't quite get all of our level ups, but your stats will basically just be maxed out when you max level up, so that's really all I have to say about that. But yeah, with that quest done, if we head back to the main menu, Team Kirby Clash will also have a star on it. We have another mode that's fully completed, and that means we are down to just Meta Nightmare Returns and the Arena, so we'll start working on those next. We're up to an 81% file completion. I want to say that Arena will give you like 4%, because in my practice file I didn't get to start Meta Nightmare, but I did do the Arena practice. The Arena is going to be the hardest thing. I mean, the Arena itself is fine, but the Arena that comes after that, that's a different story, as we all know. But, yeah, this has been SlimKirby. This has been Kirby Planet Robobot. Thank you guys for watching, as always, and I'll see you guys next time. Later, folks.